Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Chris coming at you from my channel again. I Am Toys. This is going to be a real quick review. Just kind of wanted to show you guys the look of this new Joker set that I picked up. Before we get into it, make sure you hit that 4K option on your browser if it's even available now. And I give this caveat, kind of warning to everyone, is that if you're watching this and it was just uploaded, the 4K option takes a while because it is a huge gigabyte file, so it takes YouTube a while to process it. So just be aware that the 4K option may not actually be available immediately, but it will pop up eventually. So my apologies there, but I have no control over YouTube, unfortunately, and their dynamics as far as processing video speeds. But anyway, so this was placed up for pre-order. I actually picked it up through the TNS group buy, and I had no idea who did the sculpt. I remember someone showing it previously in the past, but even on the TNS page it doesn't say anything about it. It doesn't say who technically did the clothing. It doesn't say who did the sculpt, who did the paint, nothing. The listing, it pretty much says, top dash 001 1/6 scale comedian casual costume set. That's about all the information I have, guys, unfortunately. But for what you get, the set itself was 90 bucks. The body that I got was $15, and for something that you can put together for just over 100 bucks, and for it to look the way it does, it's not bad. This is probably one of the cheapest sets I've ever pieced together, and for the price, it actually looks quite good for the most part. I have a few gripes, as far as quality and the sculpt, but I'll get into that in a second. You pay for what you get essentially, but like I said, for the quality of the price, it's actually not that bad though. So let's just get right into it. And if this is your first time watching, or coming to my channel, if you like the video, like it, subscribe to my channel and whatnot, so on and so forth. But let's get into it. Alright, so here we are. We'll get a little bit closer and show you the sculpt. Overall, it's not a bad likeness. It's not 100% on, but it's pretty damn good for, like I said, for what you get. 90 bucks includes the head sculpt, the clothes, the tailoring, everything. And like I said, for what you get, tailoring is not bad. If someone were to do this custom, I'm sure they could do a better job, but for what you get for the price, not bad at all. Not bad at all. So if I had to have some gripes, I would probably complain about the head sculpt, at least pertaining to that. What I would probably complain about is the paint application. Not necessarily. The paint application is not bad. Could be a tad better. But as I zoom in on the face, the scar that Joaquin Phoenix has on his lip, from what I understand, I think he had cleft palate, cleft lip rather, and a palate essentially, and he has a notable scar, at the top of his lip, and it's there somewhat, but you can barely see it. You really got to get on it, and I don't have my macro lens attached to this, so this is about as close as I can really get in there without me losing focus. But as you can see, it's not really visible. You can't really see it as much, so obviously it doesn't stand out as much, and that's something that really should. It's a defining characteristic of him, especially his face, his features. So the fact that you can't really see that, kind of sucks, but it is what it is. And the likeness, like I said, could be a little bit better. Hair's not bad. Would it look even better rooted? Sure. Clothing is not bad either, though. Like I said, custom probably a little bit better. Jacket should probably be a little looser fitting, kind of hang a little bit better, lay to the body. Quality-wise, too, shoes I probably would gripe with too as well. So you can see one on the right, or the figure's left, but your right is more matte and has a matte finish, and then the one on the left is more glossy and shiny. So I don't know if that's going to be a factor with everyone's shoes, or some people are going to have both that are glossy or both that are matte, but there's some uneven quality distribution there. So like I said, for 90 bucks, Really can't complain. You get the little cigarette as an accessory too, and you get the bag. Nothing in it, but it's part of the accessories that you get. And you can mess around with the sweater a little bit more. If you look at the film shots of this, or not the film, but the previews, his sweater is probably up a little higher. There's not as much as the white shirt, the collar area, and the chest showing. You can futz around with that and get the sweater to raise up a little bit more too as well. I had it a little higher than that before, but messing around with the figure again this morning, kind of dropped back down again. But it's not a bad figure though. Not a bad figure. And I'll give you guys a shot from the back of this, and then I'll rotate them around, give you some final thoughts, and then move on. So here's the back of the figure, and like with many figures that have hoods, you can't get the hood to drape back all the way flat like it should, again because of the fabric, how stiff it is. It should be a little thinner of a jacket, a little thinner of a fabric to allow that to happen, but they didn't do that. And I don't know why. I mean, obviously, I don't know when people reference material and then they tailor the clothes. Why they don't get the appropriate material? I mean, it obviously sits on him more relaxed. It's not as puffed out. It's a looser fit of a jacket, thin, and they picked a fabric that's more stiff, canvasy, and I don't know why you would just do that. But maybe access, you know, at the time, what you have available, but it's all right though. But that's kind of the look from the back. Nothing groundbreaking. Sculpting of the back of the hair is okay. Alright, let me rotate them back around and we'll just kind of close out with some thoughts. So like I said, for 90 bucks guys, it's not bad. Like I said, it came with Sculpt clothes, bag, and the cigarette. The body costs you an extra 15-20 bucks. Just a regular, narrow, shoulder type body. A lot of US sellers out there, you can just grab one. And like I said, it's really about it for what you get for the price. It's not bad at all. But I'm sure there'll be some custom figures out there of this guy. They're going to look much better. And if I had to rate the Sculpt, I'd probably give it about a 6.5, maybe a 7, maybe a little bit less, maybe a 6. To tell you the truth, because at first it's not bad, but when you really look at it though, you know, from a distance, it looks like Joaquin. You know, I find, but if you zoom up more on it, you know, not so much. But the likeness is definitely there, though. You know, it's not a bad figure, not a bad set. All right, guys, so that's kind of it. You know, let me know your thoughts. If TNS has them, you know, feel free to hit their page, see if you can scoop them up. You know, 1/6 Kit may have them too as well. I don't know, but you can try hitting them up too as well. So, all right, guys. Hope you enjoyed that quick look. Deuces, my people.